Hi guys, welcome to Garden Startup. I'm Robin Mack. Today we're going to talk a little bit about weak seedlings and strong seedlings. So if you received one of our free seedlings on the street that look like this, you might be wondering how to make it grow really strong, or you may have started some on your own. So these little cardboard cups, they are biodegradable. A lot of people who have outdoor gardens just plant this whole cup right into their garden once their little sprout starts to grow and is strong enough and they want to transplant it. Indoors, I don't always recommend doing that. I think it's better once you get your sprout going strong is to just gently cut out the sides of the container and just take the whole mound of dirt and replant it into a bigger container with more dirt. But that's not the topic of the video. The video is how to make these sprouts strong. So there's a couple of things you want to watch out for. Now, you can water from the top, just like with your regular watering can, or you can water from the bottom. Either way, you have to be careful of overwatering. This guy here is not doing so good. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but there is a bunch of mold growing on the bottom there. Basically overwatered him and let him sit in standing water for too long. So I'm probably just going to have to throw that one out. I don't know if I'll be able to rescue him. So one of the ways to stop the rot from happening is just to take a plain old twist tie and to make it into a ring. So you can do this with, any twist tie. And once you make it into a little ring, you just want to put it on the ground and set your little seedling on top of it. So this is now, if you have him sitting on a little plate or a dish or something like that, that's where you want to put the ring under the little plant. That just gives a little bit of airflow underneath so it dries out when it needs to and it doesn't stay wet constantly all the time. So it's just a cheap, easy way to keep it off the ground a little bit. Now this sprout, you can see he's not too bad. I'll just give you a closer look here. Pretty good, pretty strong. I planted this sprout and these two sprouts you see here on exactly the same day. They were living in exactly the same location in my apartment on the windowsill. So nothing was different. They're the exact same seeds. I soaked the seeds for the same amount of time, planted the same amount of seeds and everything. And you can see that these ones here, they're so much bigger and more robust than this little guy. Now, the only difference that I did was I watered these two from the bottom and I watered this one from the top. So all I did was, I gently tried to water this one when I was nurturing it, and I would just block half of this, with my finger and just water it the tiniest bit, every day, but trying not to disturb the seeds because that's bad for growing. So I did it very gently. But even though I was super gentle, it didn't grow as well as the ones you water from the bottom. So these guys, what I did was, you can see I have my twist tie bottoms. I put them into this like glass corning dish, sat them on top of the twist ties, and I just water the dish, not the plant. So you just water the dish around, fill it up about a centimeter, and the plants will just take water as they need it. So the roots will just pull up the water and suck it up as they need it. And you can see that they just obviously prefer that way of watering better. The only other things I did for these guys to grow them so well was I used plain water most of the time. And then every maybe week or 2 weeks or something, they're only about 3 weeks old. I will put in some of this Gaia Green organic plant feed. It's just a 4-4-4 formula. I just put it right into my watering can there and water it. And that seemed to work. I'm not sure if they would have sprouted the same without it. I didn't do a proper A/B test on these two, but I know that stuff helps my other plants grow better. So I gave the seedlings some as well. So now what I'm going to do is just transplant these into a bigger container. I'll show you real quick one that I did already. So this one I transplanted about a month and a half ago now into this bigger pot, and you can see it just gets more robust and it grows even more. And now I'm going to transfer these guys actually into just one of these even larger red pots here of this size, so they can have some room to grow, and I'll have some radishes in about 40 days. So that's it. That's just one little tip on feeding your seedlings from the bottom to get them stronger before you replant them in bigger soil. That's it. Happy gardening. If you have any other questions, feel free to email us at any time. It's just gardenstartupvancouver@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to help. If you include a snap or a picture of what you're asking about or talking about, that can save us some time as well and get your questions answered quicker. Have a good day. Bye-bye.